All right, hello. So we have been working with money, counting change, counting dollars and change, adding money. So today we're going to focus on subtraction and making change. When we make change, like if you go to the store and you want to buy a couple candy bars and your total is $1.79 and you hand the person $5, how much change would you get back? You're subtracting. And that person counts that money back to you. Well, they're supposed to. Counting money back has kind of become something that is getting lost. So you guys are going to learn this valuable skill and you're going to have that. Okay, and that way too, you can double check, because if you go somewhere and you buy something and the person does the math incorrectly, or sometimes the machine will tell them one thing and they'll count it wrong or whatever, mistakes happen. It's important for you to be able to count your own money so you can say, hey, happens all the time. My friend I was talking to her on the phone and she went through the drive-through and they shorted her $5. She was supposed to get $19 and change and she got $14. So it's important to pay attention so you get your money. All right, so there's my little story for you. All right, so first off, we're just going to review looking at some just basic subtracting money like that. So, oh goodness. It never fails. Every time I think, oh, there it is. Like I'm all ready to go and then I'm like, wait, where's my stuff? Okay. I think that's just going to be one of the things with the virtual learning. Okay, so I've got just this little fun sheet here where they're saying subtract this from this. So let me get that. Okay. So in the first box here, it says subtract the number in the pentagon from the number in the trapezoid. So this is great. It's a little shape review too. So the number in the trapezoid is here. We've got $9.50. You can see everything here. I don't need to put my dollar sign. So I've got $9.50. And I'm going to subtract the number in the pentagon, which is 483. Because I have to, yeah. So most important thing to remember if you're subtracting is to line it up. And we talked a little bit about how, I know we haven't really got too much into decimals. We have done fractions. We know that fractions are part of a whole. Well, same as decimals. Decimals are part of a whole. In this case, our money, it's part of a whole dollar. If we have 60 cents in change, we write that decimal 60, or 6 times. So 6 times out of 10 would be a whole dollar. So once we get 10 dimes, then we essentially regroup that and it's that one whole dollar. So it's still a base 10 system. Our place value is just going the other way. And it's okay if when I'm saying you're like, well, don't think too much about it. Most important, we'll get more into it later on in the year, so you can see it more clearly. But for now, just make sure that your places are lined up. The 0 and the 3 here are like your pennies. It's your 100th place. So $9.50, that's like 50 pennies. And we're taking 83 pennies from that. Well, we're going to have to do some regrouping, right? Because we can't take, if I have 50 cents, if I have 50 pennies, I can't give you 83 pennies. So let me get my pen here. Okay. So this is, it thinks I want to move it. So forgive me if I cross through it funny. Okay. So we have, I'm just going to make my little, let me do that. Okay. So now we're going to regroup. That's too small. The only thing with this, it might just be easier for me to write it on a, all right. So now I have 4 like I have 4 dimes and 10 pennies here. So I'm able to subtract my pennies. I can take 3 from 10, but I can't take 8 from 4. So I'm going to regroup again. And take away one of my dollars here. So I'm taking like one of these dollars and essentially exchanging it for 10 dimes. And now I have, oh, I guess I can do that. And now I have 14 dimes, right? And now we can subtract. So 10 minus 3 is 7. Go backwards. 14 minus 8 is 6. Decimal, make sure you drop your decimal. And then $8. $8 minus $4 is $4. So there we go. So our answer, $9.50 minus $4.83 is $4.67. And we can remember when you're subtracting, you can always double check your work as you can turn this around. And now you can add your difference plus your subtrahend to get, and if you get the minuend, then we did it correctly. So 7 plus 3 is 10, carry the 1. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 1 more is 15, carry the 1, and 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 more is $9.50. Yep, we did that correctly. Okay, do one more over here. Subtract the number in the circle from the number in the octagon. So the number in the octagon is, that's a hexagon, where's the octagon? There we go. It's our stop sign. We've got $8.77. And the number in the circle is $1.80. Okay, so I'll make sure, yeah, that's about as lined up as it's gonna get. Okay. So I can, oh, we'll make our subtraction. Beep. My little, all right. So we can take 7 from 0, I mean 0 from 7. So that'll be 7. 7 pennies minus 0 pennies is 7 pennies. I can't take 8 dimes away from 7 dimes. So I'm going to, this thing, it thinks I want to make an arrow. So I'm going to have to take one of my dollars away. So now I have $7 up here. And I'm going to have to make that becomes, I think I need to move all of this down. All of this is moving down, so we have space. So now we have 17 dimes. I'm gonna go up there. I'm not gonna try to cross out that 7, you know that's. All right, so back to our subtraction. So 17 minus 8 is 9. Put our decimal. And we have $7 minus $1 is $6. There we go. Move that over 1. Boop. No, that's not what I want to move. There we go. Okay. So $8.77 minus $1.80 is $6.97. There we go. So just like our regular subtraction, just make sure you're lining up your places and don't forget your decimal place. So again, think of it as you're subtracting pennies from the pennies, dimes from dimes, and then on the other side of the decimal place, dollars from dollars. Okay. So now let's talk about making change. So there's 2 ways we can do it. One way is counting on. That's one way. So we'll practice that here with some kind of small amounts. So make change up to $1, the counting on method. So it says you have 50 cents. You buy a teddy bear for 43 cents, not in this world. And count on to find how much change. So since it's 43, you're going to count on until you get to like, so 44, 45, and then a nickel would be 50. So altogether you have 7 cents. Okay, so let's give this a whirl. So it says you have a quarter, which we know a quarter is 25 cents. Ooh, not 52. 25 cents. I'm just going to put a C. I can't put the line through it. We buy a Rubik's Cube for 12 cents. Again, not in this world. And we can count on. So we're taking that 12 and we're counting up to get to 25. So 12, 13, 14, 15, and we know that 15 plus 10, our dime here, will get us to 25. So our total change is 13 cents. And then we can double check. 13 plus 12 is indeed 25. All right, we have $1. We buy a rocket ship for 69 cents. I don't know where they're going. Like, come on now. In this day and age, it's very hard to find things to buy that are under $1. I'm sure they're out there though. All right, so we have $1. We buy something for 69 cents. So they're very nicely having the money already here for us. But essentially you're counting up until you get to your 5s or 0s, right? So if we add one more, then we'll get to 70. And then if we add a nickel, we'll get to 75. And we know that then we can add a quarter. 75 will get us to $1. So altogether we have 25, 30, 31 cents. Okay, so that is one method of counting, of making change. The other way is subtracting, but you're subtracting across zeros. Because most of the time when you buy something, especially, well, if you're paying in cash, which obviously you would be if you're making change. So most of the time you give some kind of bill. You give a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill, $100 bill, and whatever the amount is, you're subtracting from that. So that is subtracting across zeros. So then you can just subtract across zeros. All right, so how much is a yo-yo? We're gonna first fill in our stuff that we need here. So how much is a yo-yo? A yo-yo is $2.25. That feels a little more realistic on this one. All right. Jimena buys the yo-yo. She gives the cashier $5. What is her change? So we are going to subtract across zeros. We have $5 and we're subtracting $2.25. So we know that when we subtract across the zeros, we have to go all the way over here to our dollar. And now we have $4 and 10 dimes. You know what, I'm gonna try to space this just so I have more room here. All right. Okay. So here's my dollars. Now I have 10 dimes. Now I can take one of these dimes. So now I have 9 dimes. And now I have 10 pennies over here. Right? Okay. All of my exchanging is done. So now I can subtract. So 10 pennies minus 5 pennies is 5 pennies. 9 dimes minus 2 dimes is 7 dimes. Decimal. $4 minus $2 is $2. Come on. So we have $2.75. And that makes sense because I know that 25 plus 75 is $1. We carry that over. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 more is $5. We checked our work. Boom, we did it. So our change is $2.75. All right, the birdhouse is $8.12. Claire buys the bird. Nah, I forgot my money sign. Oh well. Claire buys the birdhouse. She gives the cashier $10. My money symbol all over the place. She gives the cashier $10. What is her change? So again, we're going to subtract across the zeros. We're going to have $10. Looking at my space. We're subtracting $8 and 12 cents. There. Okay. Stuff is lined up. Gonna have to regroup one of my dollars. I'm sorry, it's hard to cross this out, so just know that I've crossed this out. Now I have $9. And now I have 10 dimes over here. So now I can take one of my dimes. So now I have 9 dimes and 10 pennies. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Let's see if I can do cross out there. Cross out there. No, I crossed out the wrong thing. Cross out there. All right. Yeah, good enough. All right. Our subtraction. $10 pennies minus 2 pennies is 8 pennies. 9 dimes minus 1 dime is 8 dimes. Decimal. $9 minus $8 is $1. So that is our change. $1.88. Okay, the other way that we could do this, so this is helpful if you have money with you. So let me show you that. Okay, so that one, whatever we bought was for $8.12. We give a 10. Got my change here. So the other way to do it is have our coins and count up. So $8.12. I've got $8.13, 14, 15. I know that if I add a dime, I will get to 25. So now I'm at $8.25. $8.25, $8.50, $8.75, $9, and now I just add a dollar, $10. Okay, and then once I've counted up and I've got my $10, then I count how much money I have here in my hand. So I've got $1 and 25, 50, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88 cents. $1.88 is the change. Okay, just wanted to show you that other way. So we've got the straight up subtraction way. Then we've got taking our money and counting up until we get to, so whatever the price is of the thing, counting up until you get to the total bill. So let's try that one more time. Let's say I've got something that was $3.37. Okay, $3.37, and I handed somebody a $5 bill. What's my change? Okay, well, again, so I've got $3.37. I'm going to count up and stop when I get to $5. So $3.37, $3.38, $3.39, $3.40. Gonna get a dime out, $3.50. I know 2 quarters will take me up to $4. And then now I'm at my whole dollars and I can count it by dollars. Boom, another dollar will give me $5. And how much money is that total? That's $1. I recount when I got 50, 60, 1, 2, 3 cents. So $1.63. And if we were to do our subtraction, take $5 minus $3.37, we would get $1.63. Okay, so practicing those 2 methods, it's really important that you know both ways to make change, subtracting and then counting on, because that is like, if you have ever been to a place, that's how they should count your money back to you so that you see that it's accurate. A lot of times they'll just hand you, because the cash register will automatically figure it out. If you go in someplace and you buy something and it's $3.37 and you hand them a 5, the person will type in 5 and it'll say $1.63, and they'll just hand the change back to you. Here's your change, here's $1.63. But it's important to know how to count it back, because maybe they, maybe they grabbed 2 dimes instead of 2 quarters and you're being shortchanged. That's where that expression comes. Don't get shortchanged. Count up to get to it. All right. So enjoy your work. You will have 2 sheets, one on counting up, making change, and another one on subtracting. So, all right, we'll see you later.